places. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I had seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down. Sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 down. In sympathy.
So, good evening, everyone. Good evening. We're going to have a little chat about the friendly last night. TJ, thanks for coming, mate. Great watch along you did last night.
Yeah, it was fun.
I was listening to you as I watched the game, if you can call it a game. But we're going to dig deep into this today, and then we're going to do some player ratings. It was interesting, I think. But before we get into it, mate, shout your show out, shout your channel out. Where can we find you?
Yeah, big up, Jess. Thanks for having me on TJ Warren TV. We are on the road to 500 subs. And yeah, no, it's we're Normal American Idiot Show, Friday 9 p.m. That's our flagship show. We're doing some midweek stuff with Connor and having some big guests on midweek. So yeah, just subscribe, hit that notification bell. And again, Jez, thanks for having me on. It's always a pleasure.
No, you're always welcome, man. You're always welcome. You know that. Just go through the chat here. Stella, hi, Jez. Hi. I don't think I've seen you in the chat before, to be honest. But we have the man himself. I'm on with him tomorrow night at 5 p.m. The long-haired Yeti. We're going to talk football. We're going to talk about heavy metal.
Nice.
And that'd be. I'm really looking forward to that show. That'd be fun, actually. Lenny, good to see you, my friend. Big up our Jez, my brother. Big up to see you, mate. And who we got? Carl Rossi. Good evening, mate. Hope you're well. Anyway, let's get into this. Arsenal, Man United, at the MetLife Stadium. Looked a big stadium to me. I mean, not that I know. But let's be honest, mate. We had to show a bit of something yesterday, and I don't think we did. First thing I'm going to say, people are saying, well, it's only a friendly. There is no such thing as a friendly between Arsenal and Man United.
Exactly.
Never has, never will be. It's a bit like saying a pre-season game against Arsenal and Tottenham. It's a war. And I'm sorry, but Man United are one of our, probably back in the day, and probably still are, one of the biggest rivals we've ever come across. So, TJ, how did you see it, mate?
Well, I'm annoyed, Jez. I've been watching some shows. I watched some shows last night, and I tuned into some shows this morning of a lot of Arsenal fans walking back what they said about Arsenal, this not being a friendly and this, this mattering, this meaning something. But as soon as we get turned over, they're just like, oh, it's a friendly. It doesn't really matter. We're just giving the boys a run out. We're trying to test it. I'm like, this to guys like you and me, Jez, this was never a friendly. This means something. I mean, so for all these freaking happy clappers to walk it back and say that we're not, like, that didn't matter, it's a joke to me. I mean, are you I'm not calling people fake fans. I'm not in the business of calling people fake fans. But when you say something, stick to it. Back it up. This isn't something, this isn't something that is that big of, like, it's not a big deal to say that you're wrong or walk something back. But when it comes to Arsenal versus Man United, actual competition, not the MLS All-Stars, it means something. It's a joke. And do you think it looked like it meant something to those Man United players, especially, You see Harry Maguire giving the forearm shiver to Martin Odegaard in a friendly. There was nothing friendly about that for Man United. The way they played that game, I wish we would have played the game that way. And we'll get into that, but I'm really, really frustrated with the mentality of some of the fans at this current moment. We're all riding high. We were competing with Man City to win the title. We're favorites to win the title next season. We didn't look like favorites yesterday. We didn't get a shot on goal, Jess.
No.
That was embarrassing. Shocking. So we'll get into that, but I'm just extremely frustrated right now. I never like losing. I don't care if it's a friendly or not. I don't like watching my teams lose. And I thought Arsenal Football Club and their supporters were in the same boat as I am. But no, it's fine, Jez. It was just a friendly. It was just a run out for the boys, get them fit. Nah, I don't subscribe to that. I don't. Sorry.
I mean, you went and watched the game, the MLS game, which, let's be honest, that was a total mismatch. No disrespect to the players from the MLS at all, but they've all come as a collective. They've come from different teams. You've got a manager.
They've never played together. They never played together before.
So it's always going to be a one-sided show.
Yeah.
What I saw yesterday was a Man United team from Ten Hag that came out, wanted to say, actually, we're not that crap. We're actually a decent side, and we're going to prove ourselves this coming season.
Mm-hmm.
And as Tony has put here, I've seen it. Anyone seen the video Arsenal fans fighting amongst themselves? Yes. Now, I don't know whether that was American fans with our UK fans. I've no idea. Not a clue.
Context. Like, nobody knows the context behind it.
No, I don't know. And I don't want to know, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But the intensity of the fact that Arsenal fans were having a scrap with the United fans shows what this means to Man United and Arsenal fans. And Arsenal were a shit show. I'm sorry. And we'll start off here, mate, because Longhead Yeti's put a comment in. I was going to start the show with this. Eddie Nketiah. He is dog shit. Basically. I mean, let's get it right. 100 grand a week. Yeah. Couldn't even get in the Leeds United team when he played. He was on loan to them when they were in the Championship. Right? So what does that tell us? What does that say? That this guy is £100,000 a week, and he's just absolute pony. I mean, it's just beyond my belief that he's still here. And when I saw he was in the starting 11, I thought to myself, oh, okay, is this Arteta saying, go out and prove yourself, son, or you're done? I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping that too.
I mean, what's your view, mate? What's your view on it?
Well, I threw it on I said this on the watch along yesterday, is that I hope this is Arteta putting Nketiah on either in the shop window or Nketiah proving himself to, say that he deserves a spot in the team, not even in the starting 11, because he won't get in over Jesus. Like anybody with two eyes and a brain will know that Eddie Nketiah is not the levels to be in the starting 11 for Arsenal. I mean, if it wasn't proven to you last year, it's never going to be proven to you. You're an Eddie Nketiah stan. Like, I don't understand why people, Jez, we're watching a results-based business, right? So you own your own business, right? I'm a manager of a team for a fairly large company here in America. If we see somebody who is not performing, they got to go. They got to go. And this guy has received chance after chance after chance, but I still have to listen to some Arsenal fans convincing me that Flo Balogun doesn't deserve a spot or doesn't deserve to start over in Nketiah or doesn't deserve a run out. I'm gonna toot on this until the cows come home. Nketiah gets a starting spot over Flo Balogun, who finished third in the French league or fourth in the French league in scoring, led for most of the season. But Eddie Nketiah gets to start over him after he scores 4 goals in the Prem after getting consistent starts with Gabriel Jesus out. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Make it make sense to me. Somebody make it make sense to me. Because I got in an argument with an Arsenal fan about this very thing. And the only argument they say is, oh, well, the French league is a farmers league. I'm like, okay, so Messi was in a farmers league. Mbappe is in a farmers league.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, make it make sense to me. And honestly, I hope Arteta is finally starting to see. I don't have too much faith that that's the case, but I hope he's finally starting to see that, this guy ain't it. He's not it. And give Flo Balogun a chance. You put Flo Balogun on the right. That's not where he plays. Play him in the middle. Give him a shot. I want to see Flo Balogun get a shot at that center position in the 9 position against Barcelona. I don't care if he starts. I want to see him get a shot in the center of the field. Up front. I mean, up front anyway. Center up front. Center forward. I want to see it. Because Nketiah isn't it. I want to see him out on loan or I want to see him sold. He's done. He's pony.
The thing, the problem I find, TJ, with this is, and I see people in the chat are saying the same sort of thing. Why does Arteta want to hang on to Dross? We've still got Holding, yeah. Nketiah is a complete waste of space. I mean, I don't know why he got the 14 shirt and why he got £100,000 a week last year. I think maybe that was desperation. I still think we need to get in a striker that can get us 20 goals a season. Jesus isn't the man.
Yeah.
Nketiah certainly isn't the man. So who else we got? Balogun, maybe. I don't know.
That's the thing is we don't know because we haven't seen him in that position yet.
No.
We don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Give the guy a chance. This is the perfect time, right? We've got Barcelona Wednesday. Well, maybe if they're well, because apparently their game was cancelled against Juventus.
Yeah.
Because of a virus or something. But apparently Barker has said they're confident the game will go ahead. Interesting.
Yeah.
But I would start Balogun against Barcelona.
Yeah.
Give him a go. Give the boy a chance. Let him prove himself. This is the time of the year you test people, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is what this is about. I know it's about getting match fitness. I know it's about trying different formations. I mean, last night he was putting players in different positions, which clearly didn't work. But I'll go with it. I wouldn't want to see that happen in a Premier League game or a cup game, or certainly not in the Champions League. But
certainly not.
We've got all this coming up. We've got everything. I mean, I don't know about you, TJ. I'm crying out for the league to start. Yeah?
Me too.
And we've got Man City coming up soon in the fact that we've got the Community Shield. Now, I'm going to put this out there. If Arsenal win that, you're going to get all the Arteta sexuals. We've won the silverware. We've won the trophy. Well, it's not, is it? It's
not a real trophy.
To me, it's what you serve your bloody roast beef up on the Sunday afternoon. But, Ravanti FC says Arsenal history more. Arsenal fan on Never a Foul said Ramsdale has better distribution than Alisson yesterday.
Okay.
Oh, come on.
Stop. I love the never a foul guys. They're good guys, but sometimes they get these Arsenal fans on that are just on for the narrative, man. Like watch with your eyes, do with your stats, deal with your stats. But if you look at Ramsdale's distribution during the tail end of the season last season, it's all you need to know. There's a lot of people going on these channels, and I'm not going to name names, but they're just there to extend the narrative of the club, be overly positive when, it is okay to be critical of the team, guys. It's okay. It's not personal. It's not that deep. You know what I mean? And people take it so personally because you have an argument with people. Jez, we can't have arguments anymore. And I know Lee talks about this all the time. You can't have debates anymore without it getting personal.
Well, they're soft people.
Yeah, exactly. And I would love to have a debate with these people, but they get so rattled and they start making personal attacks with you just because you don't think Kai Havertz should be replacing Granit Xhaka. It's like it's one of those things. I don't know. I don't get it. I personally don't get it. Sorry, I went off the rails a little bit there, but it's just unbelievable that people can't have a lively debate and then go in the back room and be like, hey, that was fun.
We do it.
It's sad.
I've done it. I've done it with Lee. I mean, everybody comes out sometimes and says, you just follow what Lee says. Well, actually, no. I can tell you that. I can tell you that ain't the truth. We've had many, many, many debates, and I can tell you we've had many debates offline when we talk personally.
Well, people don't see that. People don't see that.
They don't see it live. I get that. But I'm just going to go through, and we come into the next part. Just going to go through this. Raoul says, thank you, mate, for your super chat. Thank you very much. Our team and manager took the game seriously. Man United. Yep. Yes, you did.
Yep, you did.
That is a fact. They came in and thought, well, this is Arsenal. I mean, we know the history of Arsenal, Man United. I mean, well, maybe Arteta doesn't get it. Well, he should do. He played enough bleeding games against Man United for Arsenal. But, I'm sorry. I would have thought there'd been far more intensity yesterday than what I saw actually from the Arsenal's team. And I thought apart from Nketiah, TJ, I thought the lineup looked okay.
It looked fine.
Give me your view, man. Give me your view.
So, Nketiah, you know what time it is when you see Nketiah up top. You're not gonna see any goals in the first half. I mean, and I came in with chest on the watch along. So if you guys go back and watch the watch along on TJ Warren TV, I saw that Tom Heaton was in net for United. I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna beat these guys, and then I ended up eating my words on that one.
I heard that. I did hear that.
I listened back to it last night on the way home from my show. I'm like, oh, I'm going to get a lot of shit for that one. But, it's hard to score when you don't get any shots on net, right? So, anyway, it's the starting 11, it was fine. It was good for a friendly. It was good for a friendly save for Nketiah up top because you expect Kai Havertz to come in and prove a point, right? And you can say, and all these people that were bigging up Havertz after he scores the 5th goal against the MLS All-Stars, I was quick to say, hey, look, nice goal, but it was against the MLS All-Stars. And it was against the 3rd string of the MLS All-Stars, by the way, because they were on their 3rd round of substitutions. Rooney had like 40 players to choose from. People don't register that. And if you watch MLS, a lot of those teams couldn't keep up with English championship teams. So that's the level that they were playing against, guys. So when you're just like bigging up Havertz for finally scoring his first goal in an Arsenal shirt, good job, good goal, but you got to consider the competition. So, and Jez, I want to get your view on this. So, my midfield, especially if Thomas Partey doesn't leave, is Partey in the holding midfielder position, and then you got Rice on the left, taking up Xhaka's old position, and Odegaard. That is a midfield. That is a Premier League, one of the best midfields in the Premier League, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'll go with that. Absolutely.
Yeah. So why are we trying to force Havertz in there? And that's why the Havertz signing didn't make sense. Maybe they made that signing because they weren't sure if they were going to get Rice across the line. It didn't make sense to me, and it's still not making sense to me, especially after yesterday. I mean, it looked like a walk in the park for Havertz yesterday. I didn't see any fire, any enthusiasm. I didn't see it. So, there were times when you see Martinelli on the left trying to get balls into the box, and Havertz just sitting there in the box, not moving, not providing any sort of support, either coming and collecting the ball or moving in the box to give Martinelli something to pass to. I mean, maybe, I haven't been watching football as long as you guys have, but movement is how you score goals, getting open. And I didn't see it. So what are your thoughts on, I'm turning this around on you. I'm the interviewer now, Jez. How did you feel about Havertz yesterday, and where do you think he belongs right now in Arsenal?
Where do I think he belongs? Left back in the changing rooms, personally. I mean, I'm sorry. Let's have a little look at what happened in one of them goals. All right.
Yeah.
The first goal, was it the first goal?
Yeah, first goal.
The guy's coming in and then stops. Havertz is chasing, stops, and he takes the shot. And we're going to come into the talking about Ramsdale in a little bit.
Yep.
I'm sorry, if you're the captain of Arsenal Football Club, Odegaard, and if you are a £65 million purchase player, Havertz, then you stick your leg in there.
Yep.
I mean, I'm sorry. Lee summed it up brilliantly earlier in one of his streams, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is not a friendly. This is a competitive match against Man United, our arch rivals. Outside of Tottenham, they are our arch rivals. There's been so many wars and games against these two teams over the period of history. And I'm not talking just about, right, the Wenger days. I'm talking about Terry Neal days, the Bertie Mee days, the games that I was privileged to see as a young man. It was always Arsenal, Man United. Man United have always been in English football the biggest club out there.
Yeah.
Always. So Arsenal, also one of the biggest clubs out there. It's always been a fight. It's always been. And with Liverpool, it's always a fight. Now, of course, we always have the big battle with Tottenham because they're just down the noisy neighbours down the road. Annoying. Yep. They're annoying. But Drew says when Lee's used Eddie, he did score a couple, but he didn't rip up trees like we've already seen. Like, no. He's just not good enough, man. I'm sorry. He's had his time. He's had his time, TJ. It's time for him to walk.
Time to go.
I mean, as SG says, West Ham wanted Nketiah in January for 20 million, but we kept him. Well, biggest bloody mistake out there. Seriously. Stella says Arsenal were bodied physically. Yes, they were. Go on.
Yeah, no, just real quick. So I didn't see what really upset me yesterday on top of the score was the lack of response after you see Harry Maguire give Odegaard the forearm shiver. And, they got yellowed up for it. He got carded, but there was no response from Arsenal. It was lethargic. That's the thing that and maybe this is just me coming from a hockey background, but if somebody gives your captain a forearm shiver, you respond. That's a lack of balls, in my opinion. That's a lack of pride. I mean, I hate to say it, and people be TJ, you're overreacting because it's a friendly. And it's like, okay, talk to me in the middle of the season because I was talking with Chess with some Man United fans, man, and I'm going to end up eating it because this team refuses to stick in and get physical. Premier League is a physical team. or a physical league.
It is. It is.
You know, and we just got bodied by Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire? Really?
Yeah, I know. But he's got a point to prove. That's for sure. And I've just gone back to what you were saying.
Yeah.
My midfield, right, is this.
Yeah.
Partey. And I'm going to talk about Partey in a minute.
Yeah.
But we have Odegaard, we have Rice out left, and we have Partey as a holding. No, let's talk about Partey now. Okay. When he came on in that second half, Man United were in a different position.
Yep.
He closed it down. He bodied them. He closed it down, and he took control. So why the bloody hell, TJ, are we looking to possibly offload him? I just don't see it. I honestly think that's a bullshit thing that's going on at the club. Seriously, I really do. Before I just do this super chat from Lenny. Thank you, mate, for your super chat. With all due respect, Jez, Arteta hasn't got a clue for years, and the majority of fans have no standards. Whereas at my club, Ten Hag has only been there a year, hasn't missed a stream yet. Haven't missed a stream yet. Lenny, thank you, mate. You're always here. You're always in the chat, and thank you, mate, for your super chat. It's very kind, my friend. Now, Partey, TJ, Partey. We'll come back to what I was going to say, but we'll come to Partey. When he came on, the whole game changed.
Yep.
And we're looking to maybe offload him. I mean, come on. Seriously?
I don't understand why that was even a rumor or why we would try to offload him. Yeah, everybody, and then you get into all the legal trouble that he's in, and I get that. And I don't know enough to comment about it, so I'm not going to. But if you look at the player and the quality of the quality that he brings, we can't afford to sell him. We can't, because you look at Havertz, he's looking like he's dead. Yeah, big up. And we look at the defensive mids behind him. Jorginho can do a job. He can. But at the same time, he's not the physical presence that Partey is. And what you saw yesterday was a physical battle that we lost in the first half. And then when Partey came on, it got balanced out a little bit. Again, we didn't do anything positive offensively yesterday. Let's have it right. We didn't. And that's something that we need to improve on. But defensively, when you saw Partey come on, there was a presence there. The one thing that we got to worry about with Partey is the injury record. And he when he falls off, Jez, he falls off. Like, he had a very, very poor end to the season last season. I would say that is due. I think that is due in part to some injury, but the guy's a baller, man. There's no reason why he should be losing his spot at the defensive hold, the holding defensive mid position. And look, I know a lot of people want to see Rice played that at West Ham. Yeah. Yes. So some people will say, oh no, we don't necessarily need Partey. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Because if you saw the result of a Rice, Havertz, and Odegaard midfield, that is what you get. That's what you get. So Partey has to stay, in my opinion. Otherwise, you're not competing for a title. You're not. Nope. You're not. So I hope the rumors are false. I really do hope. Arteta came out and said Partey isn't going anywhere. So I hope that's the truth. I really do. Because if we lose him, Jez, it's looking long for us.
We're in shit. I'll tell you now. Because I'll tell you what, Havertz isn't the man.
No, he's not.
I'll give any player that joins the club credence. I've seen Havertz. I mean, I've watched him at Chelsea. But he said he's great in the Bundesliga. Yeah, okay, great, fantastic. I've seen many, many, many players come to the Premier League and fail.
Mm-hmm.
And we've spent Arsenal, I'm talking about, have spent shed loads of money on players, and they've absolutely capitulated. The Premier League for some players just doesn't work. And I don't know with Havertz. I hope he does succeed because we've spent £65 million on him. But what I've seen so far, and I know it's early days, so I will hold back.
Mm-hmm.
But when it gets into the deep, deep part of the Premier League, Cups, Champions League, that guy's got to step up, man, or good night, Vienna.
Yeah.
Great
100%.
question, Kevin. Will we have any more incoming transfers? I honestly think they will. I don't know whether it will be the ones we need, because we seriously need a top-level striker, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd also like, well, I know loads of people disagree with me on this one. I like a goalkeeper who will challenge Ramsdale. I think he's got it too easy. And I think that proved it last night. So let's talk about Ramsdale last night. I thought he was poor, man.
He was.
I think he could have done better in both goals. So what's your view, TJ, on it? On him?
So I don't blame him so much on the Sancho goal. I don't. I blame Gabriel for that one. That was shocking defending, ball handling. He was shocking on the ball yesterday, Gabriel. And I was defending Gabriel 24 hours later, or 24 hours earlier. So that first goal, though, spaghetti hands. I mean, wow. The whole team needs to be running laps after that one, man. Laps. It was so bad. And then Ramsdale got a hand on it and gone. And here's another thing, Jez. I know we make a joke out of it because preseason games over here in America, Jez, in our leagues, they will have, if it is a sport where they can have penalty shootouts, they'll do it for the entertainment value, right? But what did you see, Jez? What did you see? Classic Ramsdale cannot save a penalty to save his life. Gun to his head, he probably couldn't do it.
Nope.
You saw it against Sporting. You see it again. You see it in normal penalties throughout the season, right? I'm pretty sure the only penalty that he saved, Salah missed against Liverpool, right?
Anfield,
he can't save a pen to save his life. Whereas you have Turner behind him who can save pens, who is good on his feet. So you juxtapose that. I'm not saying Turner needs to get over Ramsdale. I'm not saying that, but the people who have been telling me, and I'm eating words again. I can't believe it, man. I am getting killed out here on the internet.
Yeah,
Ramsdale. The more and more I see him, the more and more I think, maybe we do need to get a goalkeeper in here that can challenge him, that can push him a little bit more, because nobody's going to give Turner a chance, which I understand. Everybody, we want a keeper with more European competition. I get it. But, Ramsdale's proven me wrong. He's proven me wrong. The shocker against Southampton yesterday. Can't defend it.
We once had a goalkeeper, now at Aston Villa, that was excellent at saving penalties.
He's a monster.
And we let him go. Yep. So, let's talk about this one. Let's talk about this. Raul says that dickhead Ty on AFT
WWE character. Yeah, keep going.
Calling MUF, oh God, a disgrace because of the Martinez tackle. He went for the ball. What's wrong in that? Well, it's a competitive, physical contact sport, and people get wrapped up in this. Oh, it's a friendly. You shouldn't do that. So what are you going to do then? What's he going to do? What is Martinez going to do? Just let him walk past him? Oh yeah, go on, mate. Just it's a friendly. I don't want to touch you. Oh no. But well, go and score the goal then, and let's all be nice and friendly. And let's all have, as Lee says, unicorns and sparkly things and fairies flying around.
Rainbows and butterflies.
Fuck's sake, man! This is Arsenal Man United. You never ever have nice things in that game.
It's ridiculous.
I mean, come on, let's all remember Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, what happened in those games. Yeah, they used to kick the lumps out of each other. And the fact of the matter is, it's Arsenal, Man United. It's never a friendly in whatever perspective you ever want to say, unless it's probably the under-11s.
Right. Exactly.
But,
yeah.
I mean, come on, TJ. I mean, he won the bloody ball. Martinez won the ball. He went in hard. I expect players to go in hard. I expect Arsenal players to go in hard. But, I mean, we don't seem to have that nowadays. And I get pissed off about it. I'll be honest with you. I don't see the people anymore that we once had that went in with a legal bone-crunching tackle.
Right.
I don't see it anymore.
I don't see it either.
I'm not going to disrespect Martinez for what he did. He went in, it was a tackle, and he won the ball, man. And Lenny, mate, I read it out. I'm a bit behind in the chat, my friend. I apologise, but I did read it out, fella. But what was your view on it? I mean, I hate all this plastic type. Oh, you can't do that. If it's the wrong game for you, man, go and watch something else.
Go watch badminton if you don't like physical contact. Go watch tennis. It's one of those things. First of all, we have 110 people watching this right now and only 43 likes. Smash the likes up for the legend Jez right now.
Thanks for that, mate. Because I can't on here, as you know.
I'm watching it on the other screen. Yeah, we got a bunch of legends in here too. Big up everybody in the chat right now. Everybody's pretty much on the same page, and I see Fuad in there. Big up Fuad as well.
Let's get up to 100 likes. I haven't had 100 likes in forever because it's close-second.
Let's hit the century mark on this one for the likes, guys. Big up Jez, everybody in the chat as well. So I agree that we were missing something without Xhaka, the physical presence, but the way Xhaka went about it, Fuad, he was a little over the top. His intensity was a detriment to the team. What I want to see is physical contact used in a correct fashion. I'm not going to blame Lisandro Martinez for being physical. Do you think Ten Hag, like his pregame speech was like, all right, guys, let's just go out there and have a good time? No, that wasn't it. Man United understood the assignment. They know that they're in front of their American fans who are a huge chunk of their fan base, by the way. There was a lot of Man United red in that crowd. A lot.
Yes.
Okay. So do you think they're going to go out there and not put on a show, especially against Arsenal, who and after they lost to Arsenal last season? No, they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. They're not. So it's one of those things where I don't think Arteta was saying that either, but I want to see a little bit more grit out of these players. Yeah, granted, Xhaka's gone. I'm glad he's gone. Okay, I'm glad he's gone. But somebody else needs to step up. And it can't always be Declan Rice. And it definitely isn't going to be Havertz. So get that out of your mind now. Get that out of your mind now. We need some grit. So if we're talking about the transfer window, let's get somebody who's a little bit more gritty. Let's get some people that'll stick in there and put a boot in. Because again, and I'm starting to sound like a broken record here, Jez. The Premier League is a physical league. It is the most, it is one of the most, if not the most physical league in the world. In the world. That's why the Kai Havertz of the world are going to struggle in this league. That's why the Fabio Vieiras of this world are going to struggle in this league, because they can't take the body. They can't take the physical aspect of it. You know, so you either have the technical ability to get around it, or you're going to get killed. You're going to get mowed over. So that's why, you know, the Sakas of the league, the Martinellis of the league who can move can survive. But the guys who are string beans in the midfield are going to get mowed over. And that's what you saw. That's exactly what you saw. So, yeah, I'm Jez, what I'm going to say about this is we didn't have the physical edge. We got bodied. We lost the midfield early, and we got scored on for it. We got bodied. We got embarrassed. And like the theme of this show, in my opinion, is there's no such thing as a friendly against Man United. Nope. There's no such thing. And, you know, and here's the thing. Last season, everybody was losing their minds about the fact that we beat Chelsea 4-0 on the U.S. tour. They were losing their minds, and it set the tone for the season. And we came out like a cannon. We came out like a cannon shot at the beginning of the season last season. And that set the tone for the rest of the season. Title charge season. Are we going to see that this season after that? I'm not expecting us to come out on fire. Not with that kind of effort.
That's what concerns me, my friend, because you're totally right, TJ. We set the pace early doors, and we went unbeaten, well, damn near up to Christmas.
Yeah.
And I'm not seeing that at this point in time. I hope I am wrong. I seriously do. But we'll get through some of this chat.
Yeah, let's do it.
Early doors football TV. Good to see you, my friend. At Jez Wenger came in and changed how Arsenal played, but that hunger, desire, and bully boy strength disappeared, and it's got even weaker, which is sorry to see. Mate, I totally agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree with you on that one. Long before your time, a certain manager, Bertie Mee, he played some of the dirtiest football with the likes of Frank McClintock, George Graham, John Radford, players like that of that ilk. I remember a game at Highbury about 1970, Man United. It was, I think, February time. Mm-hmm. And back then we had horrible shit pitches. It was mud and crap. And I remember a tackle between Frank McClintock and Bobby Charlton. And my God, it was like it's going to break your legs. And another game, there was a game. It was I forgot his name now. He's an Arsenal defender. I forget his name. And he was up against a guy called Jeff Astle, who was a great West Brom player, England international. And they went in for this 50-50. And by God, you could almost hear the crunch. You could almost hear the crunch of them. And the ball popped out. There's the old leather pigskin football. Yep. Popped out. And these two just got up, picked each other up, shook hands, and played on. You know, I mean, that was football, man. That was football back in the day. Interesting one. Purple Haze says, Xhaka was the only one who would fight back. No, I'm not saying against that, but
I think Gabriel would fight back and would keep a level head about it. I mean, there are plenty of people in this team that have the physical attributes to get involved and not be a clown about it, like Xhaka was. Yeah, we could get behind Xhaka to a certain point, but he cost us several games with the fact that he was an absolute snap show. Yeah, sorry, Jez.
Carry on. Yeah, that's why you're here. Yeah. We're going to get into. Just go for this chat, and we're going to get into the player ratings. Won't spend hours on it, but I think it'll be interesting to see people in the chat put your ratings in of what you saw, how you felt the game went, and everything. I'm just trying to quickly get through this because I'm trying to catch up.
Yeah, the
Probably-
chat's been out of control. Big up the chat. Make sure you're smashing the likes.
You get people in, and I'm chatting, and I forget, and then it goes all bloody mental.
Yeah.
You know, it sometimes distracts you and everything.
No, I'm with you, man. I'm with you.
Well, you know, you bloody YouTube. You know how it works. So I've got a spreadsheet here, so I've got to find it. Bear with me.
All right.
Yeah, I did it earlier. I've got to find my little spreadsheet of my ratings, and I don't know where it's bloody gone now. Oh, where the hell has it gone? Oh God. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? Where are you? Come on.
Well, Jez is looking, by the way, guys. Only 57 likes. Pay the toll. We got 113 people in here. Smash the like, everybody. Smash it up. Free entertainment, people. With the legend.
This is running slow. I'm running it on a different thing, and so it's messing me up.
Yeah. Big up Anthony Burton, listening live from South Carolina. Big up the Americans in the chat.
Oh, come on. This is YouTube, isn't it? It's like,
yeah.
You know,
this is YouTube. No, it's live. It's live entertainment. This is what it's about. This is all what it's about. Big up everybody. I see Luca in the chat, Arsenal Maniac in the chat, or Arsenal Manic in the chat. Sorry, obviously early doors. Jamino, Static, my guy. Big up.
I had it in, and it's like disappeared now. Fuck's sake. Fuck off.
Yeah. Jamino, Declan Rice wasn't anonymous. He just didn't play very well. The Declan Rice agenda has to end. He's on Arsenal now. He's an Arsenal player.
2 seconds, people. I've got to reload this, which is an absolute pain in the bastard arse. Lucky I've got a seasoned YouTuber with me. I've got to try and get this back now.
Yeah, no worries at all. Yeah, big up everybody in the chat. We got a ton of legends in the chat. Long-haired Yeti, I can't wait to have you on the channel before we beat up Nottingham Forest at home. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Arsenal made Maguire look like Ferdinand. That's funny. That is funny. That's really funny. Yeah.
I've just about got it.
Perfect.
Here, come on. No.
Yeah. Good to see Irish player. Looking forward to it. Yeah, absolutely. Is Rice our captain? Yeah. Big up Mama Flossie inside too. Yeah. Let me do it. Thanks, Carl. Yeah, let me do a shameless plug. We got 105 watching right now. Go sub to TJ Warren TV right now. Shameless plug. That's my channel. We have Jez on all the time. He's the resident legend.
Do it, man. Do it
right now.
Right. It should be here. Is it here? Oh, here we go. Got it.
There we go. Let's do it.
There we go. Right. Here we go. Sorry about that, people. Totally unprofessional. Do apologize. It's just YouTube. There we go. Right. Aaron Ramsdale, TJ. I've given him a 5.
Is it unfair for me to give him a 4 because of the way he performed in the penalty shootout, which wasn't even a thing. It's a pride thing for me. I came in saying I was going to give him a 4, so I give him a 4. He needs to be stronger on the ball. There were plenty of times last season where his distribution wasn't great, and he doesn't get a full hand on the ball, which is what you saw with that Bruno Fernandes, aka the Rat goal. So he needs to improve. I give him a 4.
Yeah, fair play. Okay. Jurian Timber, I gave him in the first half an 8. I'll tell you why I did. Mm-hmm. I thought his link-up play with Saka was exceptional, and I think there's something there for the future. What's your view on the new player, Jurian Timber? I think he looks good.
He looks great. I give him a 6. He looks really, really good. There's a player there. I think people might say I'm harsh on him, but he looked good against MLS. He slotted into the team really, really well. I will give Timber a 6, just because he was on the field for those conceded goals. So
Yeah, okay.
I don't necessarily blame him, but at the same time, we didn't produce anything. So
No,
I don't think anybody. I honestly, Jez, I don't think anybody's getting above a 6 for me. I hate to say it and call me harsh, but
no. It's your ratings, mate. I
Yep.
was you. I'm giving you mine,
Yep.
and you give me yours. That's fine. Okay. William Saliba, I gave him a 6. I don't think he had the greatest of games personally, but that's my view.
6, same reasons. Wasn't world beating, but he wasn't embarrassing.
No. Gabriel. Well, sorry, mate. You showed your bozo genes again yesterday. So I'm giving you a 5. Dominant in the air, but I'm sorry, he wasn't great.
He was 4.
Okay.
Bad, terrible on the ball. You're not supposed to be giving up. Yeah, TJ the DJ, go smile, cheer up. Thanks, Purple Ace. Yeah, 4. Embarrassing on the ball on that goal by Sancho. That was Gabriel's fault. And if you do that in the Prem, you're gonna you do that in a non-friendly, man. Oh, yeah, 4 for Gabriel for me.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Tomiyasu started well, and ended up looking crap for me. 4.
Yeah, not world beating. 4. Disappointing.
Yeah. Declan Rice. I mean, to me, he was left exposed at times. As the midfield 3, Odegaard and Havertz didn't really work. He helped out the defence.
Yeah.
But it was a quiet first start for Arsenal. So I'm not going to knock him. I'll give him a 6.
I'll give him a 6 too. Can't knock him.
No. I think he's got to settle in. He's got to find his place. Martin Odegaard disappeared at times again. He does against the big teams. He set up a great chance, didn't he, for Nketiah?
Yep.
Explosive pass. Nketiah cocked it up by pinging it wide. But I'm sorry, this guy is too in and out for me. He's got to step up in the big games. I'm not saying this is a big game, but it is Man United.
Yeah.
We needed to put a stamp on this and say, okay, new season coming up, people. Here we are. Yep. Man United, we're in your face. Right? We are in your face, nose to nose, and let's see who can do the job. Nah, didn't yesterday, mate. He's a 6 for me. No, sorry, I lied. 5.
Yeah, I was going 5. I'm going 5. So what do we expect out of our captain, guys? We've seen Tony Adams, Vieira, we've seen those guys captain the club. And now we got the Norwegian ghost making appearances again. And yeah, of course, he was our player of the season last season. He was a good producer. But who did he produce against? 5.
He shows up against the mid-low teams, up against the big boys. He disappears. He goes quiet.
Yep.
And we can't have that. Anyway, we move on. Kai Havertz, £65 million turns up. He was very quiet in the first half. Let's get it right. Not enough of an attacking threat, which I expect from him. One chance in the second half. headed over the bar. I'm not going to blame him for that because headers are probably the most difficult goal to score.
Yep.
But this guy worries me. Okay, it's only the second time I've seen him play in an Arsenal shirt, but I'm for a £65 million player. I'm expecting him to come out the blocks, and I've not seen it, mate. So 5,
4 for me. Not enough drive. Like I said earlier, no movement in the box. No trying to assist. He was waiting around. Wasn't helping his teammates. The goal, the lack of attention on the Bruno Fernandes goal. He was right in front of that and he stopped. 4. Need to see more out of him. 4.
Oh, I've got big hopes. There is a player in him.
There is a player there. There is a player.
Got to find him. We just got to find him. We've got to dig him out.
Yep.
I mean, when we had Henry, when he came in, I thought, who the hell is this guy? Didn't know him. No idea who he was.
Yep.
And he was pony for about 6 months. And all of a sudden, Wenger moved his position. And, well, the rest we know is history. Fair play. Good to see you, my friend. Everyone cried about Xhaka and wanting him to leave. Don't moan now. Arsenal got bullied by United. The captain, Bruno, walk around, step on players' toes. This would never happen under Xhaka. Well, I'm not going to agree with you on that one, but respect to you. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're well. Let's talk about Bukayo Saka. I gave him a 7. He caused all kinds of problems down that right.
Mm-hmm. He's incredible. You know what? I'll go back. I'll give him a 7. He was the only one who really, I think, showed a lot of guts out there. He's Bukayo Saka. He's the best player on the team, and he shows it. He shows it every time. I just want to see him with the killer instinct there, just a little bit more. What scares me, Jez, and I'm not going to waffle on this too much. What scares me is that we're going to lean on him too much, and he wants to be that guy. He wants to be that guy, so he's never going to say no. But I want to see a little bit more execution. And the players around him need to step up a little bit more. But I'll give Saka my only 7. I think he was the best player for Arsenal yesterday.
Yeah, he'd probably be my man of the match, to be fair. To be honest, his intensity was second to none. He called Curtis Shaw all kinds of shit. I mean, he was turning him inside. And fair play. And Guna ER, thank you, mate, for your super chat. What month will Arteta get sacked? October, November, December? I personally am going to say this. It will all be down to the Champions League. If he cocks up, mate, that's his time done. Because he's had everything he's wanted. He's like a spoilt little child. He's had all the money. And now he's got to deliver at the end of the day. Yep. So that's, there comes a time in all relationships with love or business, whatever it is, it comes to an end. And he's had his time, and he's having his time. So he's got to deliver. If he doesn't deliver, man, he's got to go.
Yep.
Anyway, we move on. Eddie Nketiah. Big chance. He had big chance. Came minutes into the second half. Odegaard played him in. Great ball from Odegaard. You can't deny it. He dragged it wide. Sorry, if that had been a top-level striker, that would have been...
Yep.
4. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. You're a 4.
I agree. 4. I think that's nice. I think that's nice. I think me rating him as a 4 is nice. And that's all I'm saying. That
he's just not the levels, man.
Nope.
And it's not a personal thing. Before people go into this, I've watched so many games in my life, and God knows how many hours of TV football. And I can tell you now, this guy ain't good enough.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't good enough. Gabriel Martinelli, I gave him a 6. He had 2 good chances. Unfortunately, too close to their keeper, Heaton.
Yeah.
And couldn't get it in the net. But he had a decent game. I think, I love that guy. I think he's class. And I think he'll get better.
Yeah, I think him and Saka are the future of the team. Martinelli 6. I thought he was causing issues. He just couldn't bury it. He was causing issues on the left side, and I think he's still a baller. So Martinelli 6.
Yeah. Okay, subs. Kieran Tierney came on for Tamiyasu. Kieran Tierney, I'm going to give him actually a 7 because he actually influenced what was going on in that defence because we were lacking, and he came on and he made a difference. And I like the fact he was making those little runs in the midfield and down the left wing. We know he can do it.
Yeah.
And he's one of the only bloody players we got that can actually cross a ball. So he's got a 7 for me.
I want to see him. I want to see him more. I want to see more of him. I'm going 6. I'm going to give him a 6 just because I gave Saka a 7. I don't think he was that influential. I don't think Kieran Tierney was that influential, but I still want to see him start. I still want to see him start at left back. He is our best left back, and that hasn't changed, and I don't see that changing. So yeah. I'll give a 6 to KT. It probably would have been a 7 if he started.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Gabriel Jesus came off Martinelli in the 59th. I'll give him a 5. Didn't do a lot.
Same 5. I you gotta look at who was around him at that point too. I really do want to see Jesus. I like Jesus. In the number 9, I think he's class when he decides to be, yeah, but we didn't see it yesterday. 5.
Yeah, Purple Haze. I was born in '89. All my life I've hated Arsenal, and vice versa for Arsenal fans to United. Yeah, it's fact.
Yep.
I've never known anything different in all my life. Nice. I grew up with Cantona, Keane, Vieira, Bergkamp, Scholes, Stam, Keown. Yeah, and that's how it is. That's how it was, and that's how it is always going to be. 2 of the biggest clubs in English football. Well, Man United definitely a number 1 in my book, and Liverpool, then Arsenal. Closely going to be followed by Man City, and also just Chelsea.
Yeah.
Don't like to talk about Chelsea. They're down there.
Yeah.
But there we go. Okay, so Ben White on for Jurriën Timber, 60, 50, whatever minute it was. I'll give him a 6.
Same 6.
Yeah.
Did a job.
Thomas Partey came on for Rice, stabilised the midfield, I think. So I gave him a 7 because I think his influential, what he did in the midfield, stopped it basically from Man United scoring any more goals.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll give Partey. I'll give Partey a 6. Yeah, he came in and he did the job, but it wasn't like he was beating the world up. So, none of the players really impressed me. Other than Bukayo. So 6 for Partey. I think still think he's our CDM. He needs to start every game in the upcoming season. Do not sell him.
No, mate, if we do that, you can forget any major competition. Absolutely. Yep. The guy's big, strong, he's got what we need, I'm not saying he's as good as Vieira, called Patrick Vieira, but he's got something about him. Anyway, move on. Jorginho for Nketiah. Great move. Sorry, a lie. Jorginho in Havertz. 5. Didn't impress me at all.
No, it was like a daisical 5.
Yeah, terrible. Also, my point. Trossard on for Nketiah. Who could want anything better? Trossard came on. I gave him I gave him a 6.
I agree. I agree. Trossard. I get worried. I get worried because Trossard might get upset that he's not getting enough game time, and I think he deserves a lot more than he gets. So, I give Trossard a 6.
Yes. Okay. Vieira on for Saka. Probably one of the worst penalty takers I've ever seen in my life. Shocking. This guy, I mean, with respect, he's not big enough to play in the Premier League. I'm sorry, he's just not. He got absolutely bullied yesterday. I mean, come on, it's just embarrassing. What's your view, man? I gave him a 4.
4. 4. He's not. I could write a riot act length speech around why this guy shouldn't be in the club. What have we always been asking for? He needs to bulk up. He needs to get some meat on his bones. Otherwise, he's going to get mowed over. And you saw that yesterday. He doesn't have the technical ability to make up for what he lacks physically. So you're going to see, this is what you're going to continue to see with him. He needs to be loaned out. 4.
Yeah. Smith Rowe on for Saliba. I gave him a 5.
Gave him a 5 too.
I like Smith Rowe. I just don't know whether he's going to get the game time. Personally, I don't.
Me
know.
neither.
So,
I think he'll play Carabao Cup, but and maybe early round FA Cup. But yeah, unfortunately, he does not fit in with Arteta, and we have a lot of quality in the midfield now. So I want to see ESR come off the bench in the Prem games when we need some jump. So hopefully we see something out of ESR this season.
Totally agree with that. That rounds that up. Arsenal Maniac says Arsenal Manic, I beg your pardon.
I did the same thing.
The 2 best players are Saka and Martinelli.
Mm-hmm.
Both were here before this guy was appointed as our manager. 700 mil spent. Name me a single world-class signing. Yeah, well, somebody please tell me, because I don't know. But we're going to round this up soon. I apologise if I haven't got through all the chat. Lucas says we need another DM and really good top wing and striker. Yep, I agree with you on that one. Ty says big up Cyborg. I'm good. Lucas,
You want to rate the manager, Jez?
Yeah. Sorry, man. Yeah. You go first.
5.
I'll go 5. I'll tell you why. I think his tactics were totally inept yesterday. I mean, obviously, supposed friendly, which we know it's not. But he tried to do some certain things which didn't come off. And
Yeah.
I won't disrespect him for that. I won't at this point. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I'm not sold at this point in time. And it's not a hate thing, people. For everybody out there starts crying. He's got to deliver. He's spent all this money. He's got everything he wanted. And so go out there, man. Go out and do it. Go out and win. Because if you don't, you got to go.
Yeah.
Static says, Jez, I remember you mentioned the Frank McClintock Jeff Astle story before, but I agree. Okay. Yeah, I remember that. I remember wincing at that. I was like, whoa. I think I was about, 9 years old, something like that. Anyway, guys, I do apologize. I'm trying to get through. There's so much in the chat. It's just unbelievable tonight.
Yeah, insane.
Sometimes you just lose control, and I do apologise if I haven't missed any supers. So Stella says games are won in the midfield. Totally agree with you.
We lost it in the midfield yesterday. So
yeah, we were shocking. We were bloody pony, man. This fucking hell, I'm way behind here. I'm so far behind. Jesus Christ, there's about 100 and something chats I've missed here. I really, oh dear. Christ almighty. Guys, I'm not going to get through all these. I do apologise. There's all the player. Oh dear, I've really cocked up here tonight.
Jez, we got going. It was a great conversation. I think everybody in the chat understands.
I've seriously lost track, people. I do apologise. I will go through and have a look at these later. TJ, mate, thank you for coming on.
Anytime.
We've overrun a little bit. I know you've got to pop off soon. And shout yourself out, man. Shout yourself out.
Yeah, TJ Warren TV. I'm doing watch alongs for the rest of the preseason now. People seem to like that. So please come over to TJ Warren TV, smash the sub, hit the notification bell. I will be going live on Wednesday, or I guess it's Thursday morning for Arsenal Barcelona. I know that's really, really early for you guys over in the UK, but I'll be covering the US women and Arsenal versus Barcelona if that game goes off. We also have our midweek show on Wednesdays, and that's Wednesday evenings ish UK time. It depends on when I can get Connor on. And then our flagship show, the American Idiot Show, 9 p.m. UK time. We got a lot of fun stuff coming up for this upcoming season, including our predictions league. So continue to stay in tune for that. But again, Jez, thanks for having me on, man. You're a legend. Appreciate it. And big up the chat. It was crazy chat today. Awesome.
It goes sometimes like this, and you know, when we get people get talking, and you're trying to like get this and that, it just goes mental, and you're like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I do apologise to everybody if I've missed your chats. I did all the super chats, so thank you for those guys that did that. Thank you everybody for watching. If you're new, please sub. It does help the channel. Please give it a smashing like. Please share it. Trying to build the channel up. I'm not that far off 4K. It'd be nice to get to 4K by the start of the season, but I know it's hard to do that. But TJ, mate, thank you for coming on.
Anytime.
It's been great. Thank you everybody in the chat for what your comments are. It's been great. And I'm going to do the outro, and we are out of here. Enjoy your Sunday evenings. Take care, everybody.